Have you ever looked at a girl and wondered, does she love me? But then just as quickly you talk yourself out of it. Maybe she's just being nice. Maybe you're overthinking. Maybe you're imagining things. But what if you're not? What if she really does love you, but she's doing everything she can to hide it? And you know what? That happens more often than you think, because here's the truth. When a girl loves someone but isn't ready or allowed to show it, she doesn't say it with her words. She says it in everything but her words. So let's talk about it. Let's dive into this strange, mysterious, beautifully confusing space where feelings are real but hidden, where love isn't announced, it's disguised, and where your ability to see the unspoken might change your whole world. There's something powerful about silence, isn't there? The way someone hesitates before they speak, the way they laugh just a second too long at something you said, the way they look at you when they think you're not looking. These are not accidents, these are signals, and most men never see them because they're looking for something louder, something obvious, like a grand confession or a dramatic move. But real love, especially hidden love, doesn't always show up like that. It shows up in subtleties, in tension, in restraint, in all the ways she tries not to let it slip, and yet it does. So what does it look like when a girl loves you but doesn't want you to know? Let's walk into that world for a minute. Imagine this. You're talking to her, and every time you get a little too close, emotionally or physically, she shifts. She doesn't pull away in fear. She pulls away like someone who's protecting a secret. She'll tease you. She'll challenge you. She'll pretend not to care when you cancel plans or talk about another girl. But her body betrays her. Her voice changes. Her eyes flicker just a little too quickly. And sometimes she disappears. Not because she's bored, not because she's over you, but because being near you is too much temptation, too much truth, too much of what she's trying to not feel. See, love has layers, and when she doesn't feel safe to show it, maybe because of timing, fear, pride, or past pain, she won't just tell you she loves you. She'll test you, she'll watch. She'll hide behind sarcasm, distractions, and half-truths, but there are moments when the mask slips, like when you walk into a room and her whole posture changes, or when she suddenly remembers a tiny detail you mentioned once, weeks ago, and brings it up like it's nothing, or when you're with someone else and she gets just a little colder, a little quieter, like the wind just changed. It's in the way she asks about your day, like she's not just being polite, but like she actually cares what you say, like she's listening for something underneath the words. It's in the way she lingers when saying goodbye, as if her heart doesn't want to let go, even if her mouth says, "See you later." And it's in those rare, almost impossible moments, when she lets the truth peek through, when her voice softens, when her eyes can't lie, when her guard drops for just one breath, and you see it. She loves you, but she's scared. And sometimes when you love someone, the scariest thing isn't losing them, it's being seen by them. Because once you admit it, once you show it, once you give it a name, it's real. And real love is terrifying. So instead of saying, "I love you," she says, "You're so annoying," with a smile that doesn't match her words. Instead of texting you first, she waits, staring at her phone, hoping you'll make the move. Instead of asking you out, she throws little hints like stones in a pond, hoping you'll catch the ripple. Now here's the important part. If you're noticing these things, she probably knows. She knows that something inside her is showing. And part of her wants you to notice, wants you to see through the act, wants you to call her bluff, not because she's playing games, but because she's hoping, just hoping, you'll be brave enough for both of you. That's the paradox of hidden love. She's trying not to show it, but deep down, she's begging to be found out. And here's where it gets even more real. Sometimes she's hiding it because of timing. Maybe she just got out of something. Maybe her life's a mess. Maybe she's trying to build herself before letting someone else in. Other times, it's fear. Fear of rejection, fear of ruining a friendship, fear that she's not good enough for you or that you're too good to be true. And then, sometimes, it's pride. She wants you to make the move. She wants to be pursued. She wants to know you want her, because deep down she already knows she wants you. And every time you show up, make her laugh, remember the little things, you're making it harder for her to hide. That's the beauty of this dance. It's slow, it's quiet, but it's deeply human. Because love, especially hidden love, isn't about grand gestures. It's about presence. It's about energy. It's about noticing. When she laughs a little harder when you're around, even when nothing's that funny, when she shows up just to hang out, but looks at you like you're the most interesting person in the world, when she remembers your favorite food or your mum's name or that weird song you love, and you never told her twice. That's not random. That's not just friendly. That's love trying to sneak through the cracks. So what do you do with this? You don't confront her. You don't corner her. You don't say, "Hey, I think you love me." That's not what this is about. What you do is stay present. You show her, without forcing her, that it's safe to care, that it's okay to feel, that love doesn't have to be a risk or a weakness or a secret. You give her space, but not distance, attention, but not pressure, consistency, but not control. And if you keep showing up with patience, authenticity, and respect, eventually, the walls start to come down. One day, she won't look away when you catch her staring. One day, she won't pretend not to care when you talk about your future. One day, she'll stop hiding. And when that happens, when she finally lets herself feel out loud, it'll be one of the most honest moments of your life. Because here's the truth, my friend. When a girl loves you but is trying not to show it, she's not lying to you. She's protecting herself. And if you can be the kind of man who sees her through the fear, who stays solid when she's unsure, who listens without demanding, then maybe, just maybe, she won't have to hide anymore. Because love isn't about forcing someone to open up. It's about being the kind of presence that makes opening up feel safe. And that, more than any signal, more than any sign, is what she's waiting for. Narrator, soft, reflective tone. So the next time you wonder if she loves you but doesn't want to show it, slow down. Watch the moments between the moments. Feel the silence. Trust your intuition. And most importantly, become the kind of man she doesn't have to hide from. Because love doesn't always start with words. Sometimes it starts with everything else.